Şu adamı görmeye gideceğiz. Bakalım. Bize bir metin mi çevirecek, bir şey mi yapacak, onu göreceğiz. Sörüm de burada. Sörazik. Şurada bak gidiyor. Gidemedi. Sörümü bozmuşlar. Sörümün bu sahnesi kim yazdı? Sörüm, hürmetler. Başıma eğdim bak. Saygıdan. Şurada mı bu adam? Tuvalette değildir önce. Bir sonraki odada mı? Dur. Heh, buymuş.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
Güzel gözlerin.
Master Fayfar, I need to speak with you. I found out something about the counterfeit coin.
Did you really? Do tell.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came too late. The carter and his men were dead.
Damn and blast. Do you know who did it?
Yes, a certain knight turned up there. It turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well, that is indeed unexpected. Tell me, what did he say?
His name is Ulrich. He looked like a knight, but he refused to show his master's colours.
Ulrich, you say? Could be anyone. Can you describe him?
An older man with a moustache. But for all his grey hairs, he seemed pretty tough to me.
Doesn't match anyone I've heard of. But then we don't even know if Ulrich is his real name.
I asked him who his liege was, but he refused to tell me.
We live in such strange times. In days past, knights would vie with each other to see who could extol their liege's name the loudest. And today, they take assumed names, hide their emblems, and sneak around the land like thieves.
I got the impression he was hiding his identity because his master's at odds with Sir Radzig.
That may well be. As a staunch supporter of the king, Sir Radzig has many enemies.
Bakalım.
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. They're the records of the interrogations in Passau, and some other things he said you'd understand better than him.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau, interrogation held this day, put to pen by the questor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which certainly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasso. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. Ah, but this is interesting. Here's an outlying description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate and let no man stand in his way. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a Clement of Kaplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
So what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful, and we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes. That's a lead we can follow.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You're quite right. You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take counsel with Sir Radzig and then follow after you.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasso Market Square. May the Lord watch over you.
Tamam. Güzel. Buradan da aldık görevimizi. Devam. Map. Yine buraya döneceğiz. Bu dirikli konuş. Şimdi bakıp içerisine öğren. Okey. Şu çakala bineyim de fast travel atalım. Devam. Bu. Yolda yine çevirmezler umarım. Saat 12 oldu. Yürü Henry. Tamam, şimdi gelmemiz gereken yere geldik. Her tarafta çeviriyorlar çünkü öyle. Kiminle bak. Sorgulama yapmamız lazım ama önce bir Ulrich'le konuşalım. Belki o bir şey biliyordur. Ulrih'e durumu anlatalım. Bakalım. Zıpla. Tırtılın Sen nasıl benim başıma çarparsın ha? Hı? Şerefsiz. Çakal iyi misin çakal? Şunları şey yapayım da he. Kafam çarptı düştüm. Neredesin Ulri? Konuşalım. İçeride. Nerede o pushed?
So, what did Master Pfeiffer have to say?
I consulted him, and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Pfeiffer found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins, and quicksilver for the the other part?
I see. They have such materials at the monastery.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery complaining. They said they could not sleep at night because the blacksmith works all the time till dawn.
I see. That's certainly worth asking about. Have you heard anything else?
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all gone.
Well, that's something to follow up as well. Thanks.
Tamam. Renks usta mı? Usta nerede acaba? O da mı içeride? Yok, burada değil. Buralarda. Şöyle. Village. Şurada mı? Yok. Üst katta muhtemelen. Gidelim bakalım. Bu.
Good day to you.
I hear you've had some problems with the supply of quicksilver.
Problems? I should say so. For the third time this month they've told me they've none. There's no quicksilver to be had, they said.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time that the wagon carrying it was ambushed. Then it went astray somewhere.
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same thing goes missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
Bu adam Da Vinci mi?
What do you need quicksilver for?
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujits. Can you imagine how stupid those biblical scenes look without red?
Not really.
Then be glad you can. My eyes hurt just to imagine it.
That's all I need to know for now.
Ah. But when you care to buy something before you go, or play a game, I really need some money. I've been waiting here a while and my stay's getting expensive.
Daha sonra. Daha sonra. Daha
Sorry,
sonra.
but I don't have time for it.
Şu an için zamanım yok. Hala falan.
I'll be with you.
Daha sonra seninle bir oyun oynamaya geleceğim, söz. Bakalım, araştırma sosyalinin odasından devam et. Başka bir şey yok. Okay. Buraya gelsin. Çakıl. Heh, ışınlan. Sen var ya, sen çok fena bir atsın. Ustabaşı'nın odası. B'ye gideceğiz. Dur, şu virajları alamıyorum, dur. Ustabaşı'nın odası. Şuradan girelim de şurada bir soruşturma yapacağım. Hı. Burası olması lazım. Aç bakalım. Burası mı acaba? Yok, burada değil. Ya bir üst ya da diğer taraftan giriliyor. Çekil bakayım. Şu. Tamam, burası. Araştırma yapacağız. He, bunları çalsam mı? Araştırma. Aç dediğimde bütün kitapları görüyorum. Kitapları mı çalacağım? Ne var burada? Hadi falan filan. Oo, güzel. Şimdi bunları şu anlık çalmayacağım. Daha sonra. Yatak. Araştırma böyle bir şey mi ya? Soyacak mıyım? Ben odasındayız şu an ama yok. Bu tarafta bir şey yok gibi. Şurada. Şöyle bir bakalım, araştırma. Hiç yararlı bir şey yok ki. Muhtemelen kitapları çalacağız ya. Başka bir şey sanmıyorum. Şarap. Boş. Ha, evet. Henry'nin okuması olmadığı için yazılar şey görünüyor. Karışık. Henry bilmiyor okumayı. Şu kapıyı bir kapatalım. Burayı da bir kapatacağım. Burada araştırmayı şimdi yapabiliriz işte. Lahana. Lahananın araştırılacak bir şey yok. Şu kitapları çalabiliriz. Falan filan. Neyse, bunları al. Burada bir şey kalmadı. Raflardakileri de çalalım.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get
Ya
hungry.
yeriz, daha şey olmadı. Önce bir dur. Şunları da çalalım. Bir atım taşıyamıyor daha fazlasını. Sandığı açacağım. Benim şivenin ortaya girişi. Ortaya. Ortama. Türkçeyi unutuyorum. Tamam, soy. Ne var? Bir şey yok ki cidden. Araştırılacak bir şey yok. Şunları üstüme alıp kendimi daha da ağırlaştıramam. Sonra fast travel yapamıyorum çünkü. Şunu da açalım. Doğrudan burada. Daha kolay. Burada ne var? Kumuş karaciğeri bozulmuş kuzu mantı. Hakikati düşürüyor ya. Gıda yedi. Bu alınabilir. Araştırdık. Bu mu yani, araştırma bu mu Allah aşkına, bu mudur ya? Birlikte çalıştırma, araştırma, savaşların da sınavı devam et. Gidip şeye bakacağım. Burası gereksiz. Yine de şaflanıyorum on. Umarım ustanın odası budur. Buraya zaten girilmiyor. Ustanın başka yeri de yok. Girilebilecek yere girdik. Ama cidden bir şey yok. Burası speed atamazsın diyor. Çünkü üzerim çok dolu. Şimdi bakalım. Kapat. Ne kötü. Ata taşı. At taşıyamıyor zaten. Bırak. Örgü yok. Bunları bırakacağım, çok değerli şeyler aslında da. Ama hem ağırlar hem de yok, mecbur. Yemek yiyelim biraz da. Ekmek 49. Harika. Şimdi kimin civayla uğraştığını öğrenelim. Buralarda demirci vardı diye hatırlıyorum. Şu askere soru sorsak bu cevap verir mi? Yok. Zaten müsaade etmiyor. Şu... Heh,
I am
usta
honored
başı.
that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
I'm looking for
Acaba?
some quicksilver. Would you have any on hand?
Talk to my assistant. He deals with such trivial matters.
Fine, thank you.
Artiste bak. Yardımcımı bul. Yardımcını nerede bulacağım? Bari adres ver. Köpek. Yok, bu bilmez. Johanka.
For the love of
Civayı.
God.
Ya tamam sen.
What's happened? Oh my god.
Yes. Where do you think?
Actually,
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things on just the two.
Yok boş ver. Hiç istemiyorum şu an yardım etmek. Heh. Kardeş. Manastırın içine bakabilir miyim?
Can I take a look inside the monastery?
What's got into you, boy? The grounds inside the monastery belong to the monks of the Order of Saint Benedict. No others shall pass. Good luck to you.
Şu ustanın yardımcısı sen misin acaba? Ha bu.
Good health to you.
Sana da. Senin başın niye
Do you have
kel
any
değil?
quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
Zavallı ressam. Ne desek acaba? Ben
Nobody.
sorarım.
I'm just asking.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
Yalan söylüyor. Tehdit mi etsek? Şimdi etrafta askerler var. Gözdağı verelim.
I see. You can't because you don't have any. And you don't have any because you're selling it out the back door, eh?
Suppose I was. I don't see what business it is of yours.
What if I told you I'm the emissary of the royal hetman Radzig Kobyla, and you've got yourself mixed up with a counterfeiting gang?
Counterfeiters? Meaning what?
Somewhere around here is a counterfeiter's workshop. They need the quicksilver to make fake groschen.
What have I got to do with the forger's shop? That means nothing to me. And as for you being the Lord's emissary, likely story.
If you say so.
Farewell.
En kafanı sonra alacağım da dur. Başka bir şey
Listen,
I've already told you, I've not...
yapacağım yok. Hah. Sert çıkışsak.
bollocks. Tell me this instant what you've done with the goods.
Nothing! And I'd advise you to calm down. We're on hallowed ground.
You're a fine one to speak of hallowed ground, a lying thief in monastic robes. What next? A whore dressed as a nun?
This is blasphemy!
I'll give you blasphemy. I'm sure you know what our Lord did to the money changers in the temple.
What do you mean?
Heh, demek
Not
sert
going to hurt
gireceksin.
me,
Vay.
are you?
Tell me what's
Kibarlığı
going on
bırakıyorum
here
bu
and I won't
saatten
have a reason
sonra.
to.
Jesus. But I didn't know anything about any counterfeiting.
For your
Böyle
sake, I hope
titretirler
not.
adamı köpek.
Now tell me what's been going on.
I swear, I wouldn't normally do anything like that.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon, directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night it was, without a crest, armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota, a scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
Tamam.
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
Tamam. Niye İngilizce oluyor burası?
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery. That they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing. I mean, before then.
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you.
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
Very well.
Tamam.
Thank you.
God be with you.
Bakalım. Ne diyor? Öteye konuş. Gidip ustamızla konuşalım. Usta. Çakıl. Gel. Herkes şerefsiz olmuş Çakıl. Bir sen bir Sir Razik. Bir de Hanuş. Üçünüzden başka kimseye güvenmiyorum. Bütün adamlar satılmış, alayı satılık. Satılmayan adamlar lazım bize. Zıpla. İnşallah. Nereye geldik? Heh, biraz daha yol var. Tam çık önümden ağlama. Şu karşıya mı geçeceğiz? O usta ne yaptı? Hamama gitti ya. Dur ustaya bir bakalım da yanlış yöne gitmeyelim. Şurada şuradaymış. Şuraya bir fast travel yapalım. Oo, burada bayağı büyükmüş burası. Yeni gördüm. Usta şurada. Ustama dedim ki bugün giymeyim tulumları. Aşağıda tam. Şurada. Da.
God bless you. What?
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in town.
Why?
I don't want to alarm our prey. Gossip spreads quickly, and if those scoundrels learn we're onto them, they'll flee.
That does make sense.
So what have you found out so far?
Nothing much.
Well, hurry up, Henry. There's no time to waste.
You look different, Master.
So I...
Why?
Niçin
I don't want to
diyelim
That
yine.
does make sense.
So what have...
Oyun biraz farklı ilerliyor.
I found out where they get their quicksilver from. You were right, it was the monastery.
It was the only logical explanation.
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
Not yet.
Maybe it would be worth the time.
I'll go and see.
And have you found out who's behind it?
Someone called Rapata.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry, I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. There's a man I know who works at the monastery yard, Master Engraver Jerome of Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer you not to mention me at all.
I'll try to think of something. That's all.
Farewell.
Bu kadar yeter. Nasıl yok kağıtı? Güzel. Gidelim bakalım. Yine de şaplanıyor aman. Yine buraya gideceğiz. Dön bakalım Çakıl. Burası da çok güzelmiş. Yolu kaçırmayalım da. Tamam, güzel. Doğru mu gidiyoruz? Muhtemelen evet. Ya biliyordum. Kim yapıyor buraları ya? Çakıl. Geri gelin biraz bakayım. Buradan gidiş yokmuş ki.
It's too deep here.
Çok derin. Haha, çok saçma ya. Çık şuradan. Yol nerede burada? Tamam, biraz daha gitmek lazımmış. Yanlış yön. Devam.
Yeah!
Şurası. Tamam. Tamam, buraya gelmiştim daha önce. Yan görev için. Bu adamı tanıyorum. Usta diyorum mu?
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Evet, bu adam.
How goes the work, Master?
Getting there, getting there. You need something, my boy?
What are you doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy. We're engraving, of course.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal. Here in the monastery, it's mostly about decoration.
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice, Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone, which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The fifth scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague, or so his message advised me.
Jesus Christ, the plague?
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high, or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly biblical proportions.
Thank you. I'll leave you to your work.
May the Lord watch over you.
Tamam, ustanın çırağıyla konuşacağız. O nerede? Tamam. Bu arka tepe buluştukları yer. Aha, çok döndürüyor bizi oyun sağ olsa da. Hızlı git bakayım. Ben bulunduğum yerden yapamıyor muyum? Çıkalım şuradan. Yine de şahlanıyor aman. Gidelim bakalım. Ama hızlı fast travel yapsana şuraya. Şu şehir arasında 2 saattir dönüyoruz. Oyundaki en büyük şehir bu sanırım. Daha büyüğünü görmüyorum çünkü. Ustanın çırağı nerede? Şurada. Ha, bulmam çok kolay.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Hem de hiç.
You look quite sprightly for an invalid.
What? Who the hell are you?
My name's Henry, and I'm making inquiries for Sir Radzig Kobyla.
And what do you want from me?
Straight to the point then? All right. I've been investigating counterfeit money, and the trail led me straight to you. Does the name Rapiter mean anything to you?
I don't know. Maybe?
Don't bother. I know you know him. You make the punch dies for the counterfeiters. How do you hand them over? Do you know where their workshop is?
I can't say anything. I'll deny everything and you've got nothing on me. No evidence, just accusations.
You just incriminated yourself.
One man's word against another. Like I said, I'll deny everything.
And do you really think that's going to help you? Your word means nothing. You've got the tools, the knowledge, and the workshop. The only thing missing is a motive, but I'm guessing it's money.
I don't give a fuck about money.
So what then?
Those bastards kidnapped Esther. If I don't cooperate, they'll kill her.
I'm sorry about that.
Me too. Listen, I'll tell you everything, I promise. But only if I know that Esther's safe.
What, so I'm to go searching for her in the woods?
I know where they're keeping her, but nobody will help me. And what can puny little me do faced with those strapping great villains?
Look, Florian,
Sure
I'm
they
sorry
do.
for what you're going through, honestly. But I'm not the only one who's after these people. As soon as they get wind of something, they'll be out of here and Esther will be gone with them.
If Rapita finds I've told you anything, they'll kill her.
Not if I catch Rapita first. He's here in town, isn't he?
Yes, he is. They found me in the tavern one evening, caught me when I went to the ship pile. They started to badger me about working for them.
They?
Yes, Rapita. And a night they called Sir Jezek.
And then what?
They explained what they wanted from me, and I told them to sod off.
I'm guessing that didn't go down too well.
It wasn't all that bad. They just threw me on the dung heap and left. I thought it was just a drunkard's joke. But then they took Esther.
Tamam.
Where will I find Rapita?
He's usually wherever I am.
What does that mean?
He watches me. Everywhere I go. And when I'm at home, he sits on the bench in the square, watching my house.
So he's there now?
Hard to say. Sometimes I see him in the tavern on the green, buying supplies.
All right. At least I know where to start. And you go to work tomorrow, you hear?
Why?
Because we have to lure him out. And besides, your master will surely be glad to see you.
I have my doubts.
How did you hand over the punch die to them?
Rapita waited for me behind the church. I didn't want to give it to them without seeing Esther first.
And did they let you?
Yes, although I don't really know why. They took me to a derelict farm in the Skalitz Hills. My poor Esther, they'd scared her half to death.
So at least you know she's alive.
Who knows? It was a while ago. And they never let her go, even after I did what they wanted. They said they'd be needing more.
More punch dies?
They wear out over time. They have to be replaced regularly.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
At first, I took it for a bad joke. And then, when they snatched Esther, there was nothing to be done.
I suppose I'd better go. I'd hate the bastard to get away.
Go. I hope you get revenge. May the Lord watch over you.
Alacağım, senin kadınını da kurtaracağım. Çünkü benim kadınımı öldürdüler. Şimdi nereye gideceğiz? Tepede muhtemelen. Check out. Tamam, check yapacağız. Şimdi başka görev şey yok mu? Nerede buradayız? Rapotayı buldum. Rapotayı bulamadım hala. Tepeye bir gidelim. Şu C'ye. Bakalım. Fast travel hızlı. Akşam oluyor. Önce gidip uyuyacağım, sonra tepeye gideceğim. Daha mantıklı olur.